Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Morning, Aqua and Ronald. Today, we got to make this bullseye thing. We started on it last time, and we're going to finish that up, see what awaits beyond. We unlock an item filter. After doing that, so we're gonna get into that. Then we've got more Octopath Traveler later, and I guess it's my 2-year affiliate anniversary on Twitch, which I've only been streaming for a little while. And good morning, Viking. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. Yeah, 2 years ago, I streamed some Ruthless Path of Exile to unlock affiliate so I could use my emotes myself across Twitch. So, let's get up here, where this is, and get a new storage thing here. So the math changed on this last time. As I guess I probably just need to break this. And we need more paint production, and you know what? Why don't we do that? Let's just break it. We've made it more compact as well. We've got our lines in, and yeah, it's gonna break everything. It's fine. It's fine. I deleted my first things, so it's got to tutorial me again. But I think, well, I can also highlight, delete. We made this. But, let's see here. The paint thing, making 8 items per second. So, let's say we only have 2 of these. And then this line is here, goes in there. This one goes here. This one here. This one here. Right, then this combines. Spits out there. We need to hit E button. Oh, well, there's wires here. Make wires. Then we need a switch. Wire crossing. Without connecting to each other, okay. This is the button. Nope. Does that work? Okay, there we go. We got wires. That works. So then we have our inputs. Is this not working? Oops. Oh. Okay, so there's a problem with my blueprint over here. And then I want to meter this. And that is producing 16 per second. So I think I need a whole nother batch of paint. Oh, but okay, the paint works faster now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New upgrades available. Hello. So I'm pretty sure I just dropped this to 5. And this is still outputting at 16 per second. Yeah. So I can compact this a lot. And that is the case everywhere. What are we upgrading? Cutting, rotating, and stacking. And then we've got extraction upgrade coming next. Well, same can be done up here. And drop 5 of these. Drop all that. And then this happen like that. Do that here as well. Okay, so maybe I can't do this. After all. That seemed to break it. And this will speed back up. Okay. So that'll get this back going at full speed. Yeah. Okay, so we need to replicate this 4 times. That is the trick that is going to come from today. Wow, and I can fill this thing real fast. Hmm. Eight. We can cut that down. Maybe clean this up some more. Oh, come on. Shift button. Three, oh, 4. Combine that. Alright, so that's getting that all fed. Well, it looks like that works. Okay. We can do that now. That's putting out 16.8, and the belt can still only take 16. I mean, we can technically turn this off. Yeah, rotate this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those can go for white, and these will go towards our next piece that needs made. So I have to make white. I need 2 lanes of this. And 2 lanes of this. Combine these. Okay. We pretty much just need this. So we've got a blue in one, green in one, green in there, a little tunnel, and the turquoise, red, all that, red, turquoise, and we've got white 1, white 2, red 1, red 2. They've already made another 5,000 of those. Now, need to get it fed into here. And then the red is on the... Well, I guess for this one we want it to be the same. And then we're gonna pull that here. This red goes here. This white the tunnel. Goes there. And the next white oh, that's one too low. Goes there. This red goes out here. So really no good point for that, but I'm doing it anyways. Alright, and then we need wires. Now it should be producing at twice the speed. Alright. That's 2. Alright, we got another circle down here. So we remake it below. Unless there's another circle somewhere else that's in a better spot. Probably not. Alright, so let's use this blue and green. So we need to make white. And we can clean this up a bit. Combine here, here. Ooh. And this is combine, combine. Three, 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to go ahead and feed these. We'll deal with the blue afterwards. There. There's blue number. This can be 2. There. Funnel there. That. Yeah, there's 2. Next one. There. Need a little tunnel. And then feed this into that. Okay, so we've got 4 turquoise that need to be made to red, or to white. Okay, so 1. Two. 4. Oops, this one's one too low. Might all be too low, honestly, but I shall try to make that work. All of these are there. 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 Then for the red. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, first one. Is there. Tunnel this over here. Yeah, this should be enough room. This is gonna have to tunnel twice. Feed into that. And one more. Red, red, red. Alright, so I have all the white I need. Now, where's that circle? Look, the circle is over here, of course. Awesome. I could honestly just use this one. There's 1 and 2. Alright, so there's the 2 circle lines I need. And then we have red up here as well. This can go away now. We've got this actually implemented. So, what I need to do then is copy this. Put one here and here. Now, this one has red on top. So this one is getting white on top. And in the middle. Then we need the red. This is going to turn into a big mess. Oh, we need to do the outside one. One too high. As long as they get where they need to go, it'll be okay. And this one is in there. This one goes in there. So then the next white you know what, let's turn it a bit. Funnel here. Top. Then this red. And go here. There. This white goes here. Funnel there. Here. Then last one. Into there. All right, then we need to wire this. Okay, there's that part. Split this. One there. One here. Let's split that. What is this? Okay. Extraction speed just went up. Have all upgrades on 8 or higher. Theme achievement. Alright, so there's that one. Here's this one. Alright, so I have my 4 pieces. Let's get them all together. This there. Move this here. All right, these are the opposite of those. Good, good, good. All right. Now, this is all color and paint. Every bit of this so far is color and paint. So now, for stacking, 2 items per second. This only needs 8. Instead of 12. Bullseye. So I stacked the top right white on top of top red white twice, and then stacked them on each other. Okay. All right, let's... go ahead and get all this cleaned up. Okay. There we go. So the one on the bottom is this and this. Then we get this one here. There. This one here. Into that. Okay, so these are both the same. Of course, one needs stacks on the other. I think that's the bullseye. I think that's it. And they should be making it 16 per second. Now, the hub is below. Okay. So this needs to go down. Alright, what's coming in here that doesn't need to be? This left piece. And that's gonna free up white stars. Or white circle. Cleans up this. That. This. So these extra white circles could be getting used for more production of these. So I can copy and paste more stuff. Well, I guess the problem with this is stacking. All right. We can fix that. This needs a little tunnel here. Not enough white circles going in there because it's making these for this, though I also don't think we need any more of, but those look cool at least flying in here. But I think I just upped the rate of these from like 4 a second to 8 a second. Okay, what we were actually trying to do, send this into the hub. All right. Okay. We're gonna need to cross this. Go left. Go around this thing. Okay, a little bit more down. And there we go. They should be flowing in there at 16 per second. So 25K won't take too long. And this just looks like a nightmare to make. What makes this so bad is the fact that say I need something else with this, and then I need to stack this on top of it and then cut it apart and then restack it together so that like I have the one the different size, and it's just we had to deal with that with this thing, and no. The game doesn't really give me the tools to want to ever do that kind of thing. But yeah, every bit of this is functioning as it should. That is perfect. So we've compacted a lot of things then. So anytime I'm needing to copy something, it comes from the bullseye section up here. This is like Satisfactory on steroids. I mean, it's also 2D. I think the 3D element adds a lot to Satisfactory. But it is really cool to see the product actually finally finished after all of this. Like, all of this is happening just to make this. And they're flying in here. I guess while that is happening, let me... I want... You're not gonna give me background audio? You could even say that Satisfactory lets you elevate the whole factory building aspect. Yeah. You know what? Open image in your tab. Oh my goodness. Come on. If I go full screen, I lose the sound. I don't want to lose sound. But I want to look at this. But it didn't give me all of them. This is the new Reliquarian in PoE. Guess let's start this one. The first node you can get. You can get Valkyries, Elevore, Combs Roots, the Apostate, and Dawnbreaker. It's kind of insane. Combs Roots is insane. Being able to just build around the Apostate without having to wear it is so busted. Because then you can have a super ES chest piece on and still get that. That's nuts. Dawnbreaker getting 25, Cold, Lightning, and Fizz taking as fires. Insane. Elevor's also good. Valkyries, meh. Tough choices on this. Having the Comb Roots and cannot be stunned, action speed cannot be modified is already just insane. Then I get the melee weapons. Currently looking at an armor stacker. I would likely use the Valkyries node. There you go. The On's Might. More accuracy rating while at max frenzy charges, -1 max frenzy charges, plus 100 crit multi while you have no frenzy charges. So with this On's Might node, you could dual wield On's Might, have 0 frenzy charges, and then be at max frenzy charges and no frenzy charges, and have crazy crit multi and accuracy. Like, that alone is like, you could build around that. Hits always shock. Deal no physical damage. Hail the Thunder buff effect and mana reservation efficiency. The Shadow Divinity Harbinger of Direction skill with strength and dex. Okay. Sacred Chalice. Flash charge on crit. This is extra cold, fire, or lightning, depending on Sapphire, Ruby, or Topaz Flask used recently. LD. Enemies taunted by your war cries explode on death, dealing 8% of their max life as chaos damage. War cries skills cooldown time is 4 seconds. And then there's a Namahu's Flame. Trigger level 20 Molten Burst on melee hit. Damage penetrates 20% fire res. I've never used the Namahu's Flame ever. That's just like more damage and it gives you Fire Pin. Would be really cool. But there's more. The spell-based weapons. We've got Arakali's Fang. Trigger level 20 raised spiders on kill. Which that's cool. Trigger level 1, suspend in time on casting a spell. The more damage part is kind of bait from the node since you can't add supports to Molten Burst that way. Fair? Suspend in time. I don't know what that is. Okay. Beamer of the Saints, chance to block attack damage per summoned skeleton. Attack and cast speed per SRS. Life regen per raised zombie, which is pretty nuts. And mana regen per raised specter. Without having to use that staff. Got Zergle's Crank, +1 all spell skills. Chance for ES recharge to start when you block. Crazy. Probably the one I'm most excited about on this top side is the Black Cane. Each summoned phantasm grants you phantasmal might. This is extra damage. And then there's Shimmeron. Crit multi per power charge. Base crit per power charge. Spell block per power charge. This is also pretty insane. Base crit per power charge. And lots of spell block. Let's say you had 9 power charges is not too difficult to get. That's 27 spell block just there from that. Not to mention the 2.7 base crit and 72% crit multi. Crazy node. Without the downside of the Shimmeron that caused you to take lightning damage. And then the jewelry part of it. There is Combs Binding. Nearby enemies convert 25% of their physical damage to fire, 15% increased strength. Melding of the Flesh. -5 all max res, Ellie res are capped by your highest max Ellie res instead. That's cool. Polaric Devastation. Cover enemies in ash for 5 seconds when you ignite them. Cover enemies for frost for 5 seconds when you freeze them. And 40% increased duration of ailments on enemies. This is so cool. To be able to just like have this on your ascendancy. I love that. Absolutely love that. That's big. Then there's Gloomfang. Skills chain +1 times. It says skills. Skills chain, not projectiles. Projectiles that have chained gain 20% of non-chaos damage as extra chaos. Or if I remember correctly, I think Gloomfang gives it like per chain or something. But it's an extra chain and the non-chaos is chaos. So it's not quite as good as a Gloomfang, but you don't have the downside with the Gloomfang. This stacks with it. So yeah, you could stack this with the Gloomfang as well, which is cool. Cannot be stunned. 25% of max life converted to energy shield. I don't know. Using this on ES builds is kind of out of fashion at this point, I think. But I also play an SSF land, so who actually knows? And then you have an impenetrable shrine buff while affected by no flasks. Screams of the desiccated. I don't think that's quite worth an Ascendancy node. But cover enemies in ash. What does Harbinger of Directions do? Harbinger of Directions? That is the quiver one that gives you the extra projectile, I think. Summon Harbinger is immortal. The buff lasts 4 seconds with a cooldown of 8 seconds. Grants one or all of the following. Plus 1 additional projectile, plus 1 chain, pierce, and fork. Comes from the fracturing spinner. Right. What I thought. That's the quiver. But this says Shattered Divinity. Not a great node, in your opinion? I'm toying around with the idea of having this Polaric Devastation node with a burning of Ignite build. But then what would you ignite with? Like, would you do a spell? Like, I love Burning Arrow Ignite so much. So then I was looking at this like, well, okay, that's additional projectile and things. You really don't need the Fire Pin for Ignite. There's always Shock. Yo, how's it going, Nightfire? Thank you, thank you. Then all of this is like, this is its own like tough decision. Like, lots of good things here. The Dawnbreaker is amazing, especially if you want to do some kind of Righteous Fire stuff. Home's Roots is just good always. With the spell side with it, you'd probably need the Shimmeron. And then you'd go spell Ignite with the Polaric Devastation. But if you wanted to do a Burning Arrow Ignite, it doesn't have all damage from hits can shock, as hits always shock. On's Might could open up Perfect Agony for non-poison builds. Maybe. And spread ignite, yeah, that could happen. I mean, or just like good old wave of conviction. Or hell, divine ire. I love the idea of this premium on the fire res, though, with Dawnbreaker. On's Might gives flat accuracy at max for the charges, -1. Global crit multi while you have no frenzy charges. So yeah, you get 2 of these, and getting 2 of these is not hard. This can do a lot of damage. Looking at this, you can't take bottom and top, so you can't... You just like dual strike, impale with On's Might. That'd be pretty nuts. And you wouldn't have to hunt down a pacifism to make it work. It's a fun idea. And Comb's Binding just stacks with Dawnbreaker. So you'd have a lot of defense out of this. Yeah, that's my first thoughts. Like, some kind of Ignite thing with Polaric Devastation. Or, yeah, On's Might. With Dawnbreaker and Comb's Binding for big defense. Dual strike impale thing. Well, then you could also just like make an apostate build. Note that Comb's Binding and normal Fizz taken as are not additive with one another. What do you mean there? One converts monster's damage, and the other converts your damage taken. Right. So, but that's lowers the amount of armor you need. So they're only doing 75% of their hit as physical damage. If it was all fizz, and then you take 25% of that, 75. It's just, it adds more of a premium on your fire res. But I mean, melding is crazy. I mean, all these are crazy. I mean, maybe not Presence of Chaelur, Screams of Desiccated. Having the Polaric Devastation without having to get that ring to drop off Black Star is so cool. One of my favorite items in the game, because you can't really get Ash and Frost elsewhere. I really, really like that. But I could see something be done with this Femur of the Saints and being like super powerful. Like, it's not hard to get 7, 8 zombies. Like, that's a lot of life regen to go with your apostate build that has stupid amount of life. And that's just with the zombies. So, like, there's a lot of cool stuff there. I like it. And that almost finished out my bullseye thing. So we can see what's next. If what it tells me I have to make is this next, I'm quitting this game. Just to be clear. I'm not making that. I will be happy with what I've done and move on. This was cool though. I liked this. This whole stack something and then cut it into pieces to remove a part of it so that you could combine. Like, no. That's not fun. Not at all. I also finally got confirmation that the artist I reached out to for emotes is willing to work on the project. It just might be, she said, mid to late August before those emotes get done. And when I tell her that my birthday is on August 21st, that might be a little more motivation to finish them by my birthday. Hopefully. But that's good that that's finally in motion. Alright, about to find out. Okay, it looked like something different. You unlock the item filter. It will route items to the top or right output, depending on whether they match the signal from the wires layer or not. You can also pass a Boolean signal to entirely activate or disable it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This is not a much kinder shape than what you wanted to avoid. No, this is much better. No, absolutely, this is fine. Like, I can get all 4 pieces of this, all 4 components, and stack them together. Like, that's fine. This requires me to get another piece with this. Stack it, or stack this completed piece on top of it so that this star segment is bigger. Then I need to cut that up and replace one of the segments to remove the piece that was attached to this and then reapply said piece to this. That is just awful. It's so bad. I had to do that down here. This is combining this 2-segment piece with the logo. And then I'm cutting this piece in half. And then cutting it in half again and deleting that top segment. And then restacking this with this piece to make this piece, so that I can then bring this piece down here and restack it with the other piece I cut in half, so that I can make this bottom left square smaller, because you can't just stack that. It's awful. But this we can do. This is just, I can make a circle with the whole new 4-way paint thing. Yeah, okay. So, I get a circle, paint half of it white, paint 1 part red, paint 1 part green, then cut it, rotate the white, stack that together. Then I get a circle with a star piece in it. I could cut this into 4 pieces. Or I could color it yellow first. Since they both need to be yellow, so then I won't have to do 2 pieces of that, then cut it. And then if I have to, I can stack these 2 back together and then get this, stack this thing on top of that, then stack this completed piece on top of that completed piece. Yeah. A fun little thing to make, in my opinion. And let's go to the hub. We've got open inputs bottom left, so we're going down this way. This is perfect. This is perfect right here. I got a circle, plus I have a circle with star pieces right above it. So we're going to put a marker here, and this is my meter. All right, then. So we need circle. Two parts need to be white, so I'm going to need to make white. There's not much blue here. Probably take this red and blue. Yellow is red plus green. Okay. So that can happen up here. But I'm going to need to feed green into this to get to white. Got red and green there. Yeah, it's the spot for that. Okay. No, we have new color mixer. Module with this. So this is a 16 white per second. Well, this is going to be a 16 like magenta. I need 2 whites, so I think I need 2 of these. But then I'm also need 2 yellows. And then I also need 2 whites. Okay. Yep. Ice cream break. Be back in a bit. Room too warm. Enjoy. That is for yellow. This. The other piece of that. One, 2. All right, then this green. Oh, let's do one here, one here. This. I might need to send 2 greens down there for the white, though, as well. But it's really cool, the idea. It's like, oh, we're just going to make this complex shape, stack it all together. These. And 2 of these. This one here. That. Funnel this to here. That part. That part. Okay, then we go ahead and get my greens over there. Okay. Tunnel this. That. Okay, so then we got my 2 whites. We got my 2 yellows. Okay. I don't know if I needed 2 yellows, actually, but... we are going to need... another green. Along with a red. No, I forgot my combine. Okay, then let's get the white out here. We also need 25k of this. There's white number 1. Need that. Make it easier to tunnel this. Might have been able to make that gap, but... Alright. Yeah, the whites are in the middle. We got the red and green, so the whites should come out in the paint together. Alright, let's go up here. Grab this. Circle. Split that. Here. There. I need wires. Red. One green. Oh, cool. I have the orientation of the red-green that I need. Now, what does a cut look like? Not the one I want. Okay. So these are going to need... This does do 16 items per second rotate? Okay. Well, this is not... Okay. This is 16 per second. And we rotate that. So that when I cut it, okay, we got red and we got white. But then the cutter is doing 4 per second, so we need I haven't done a cut in a minute. This needs split to there. Let's do... Oh, we can rotate them after. A big thing is... I have 4 of these. Then I need to link them up. I'm not super sure how to do that cleanly, so I'm just gonna do something and make it work. And try and do it somewhat large so that there's space to get the other pieces out. Okay, there's this. Oh, whoa. Finding another factory. Okay, I had started on this. And that there, send this here. Oh, I did that backwards. Okay, so then these combine. We have that output. We have this output that hopefully we don't have more of that happening. This now needs tunneled. This one needs counterclockwise. And then this one needs... No, that's clockwise. This one's counterclockwise. Okay. I need to stack that. And then we need to get onto the other part. So, stacker. These are still doing 2 per second, so we do need this whole thing. All right, the bottom piece is this one. Top piece, this one. Good. This is going to need to happen somewhere up here. So we'll go ahead and move these up here. All right, so then we've got yellow. And we need 2 parts circle, 1 part star. Like this. We're just going to go ahead and paint these. We don't need quad painter. Okay, it's been a minute since I've done this. Give me this. Make this go up. This has color go in. Shape go in. So this is making 2 items per second times 2. That's 4. Which means I need 4 of these. I think. Okay, combine that. This. I'm gonna need to 4-way cut this though. Alright, then I want to get this going. Looks like the pieces here flowing in. Okay, so I only need half the paint input. So, like, we have a whole extra yellow here that's not being used. Man, I could make another whole section of this. But I'm getting these pieces out at 16 per second. So, what I then need to do, we can rotate this. Into this shape. Then, if I want 4-way cutter, this does 4 items per second. I don't want 4-way cutter here. I want 2-way cutter. Okay. But before rotating. So that I get the circle and I get the stars, and then I cut the stars again. Okay. So I just made a whole cutter thing. Where was that? I just paint. This is a whole different factory piece. So this is cutter where I kept both pieces. It needs to go this. And we're gonna set this up here. This needs combined. Then it needs rotated clockwise. This piece needs rotated counterclockwise. All right, this is the top piece for my thing. Then this just needs cut. So this doesn't need to be as complicated. I just need split, cut, trash, extract. And combine them. That and oof. This. By this. Then the stacking is this. And then the circle is being stacked on top. Or this is the bottom piece. Yep. And this is going to be my bottom piece. For when I do this again here. Grab this. That tunnel here. There we go. That wasn't bad at all. Wow, that's pretty up here too. I don't have to travel across an entire world to get this up here. Okay. Go up. Over. Oh. I'll bend it there. Alright, there they go. Constant signal. Oh no. Alright. Now, once again, we are waiting on that. Unless I wanted to, like, duplicate this factory. Feed the inputs. Which legitimately is a thing that can be done. Also look at updating older factories. Yeah, but the thing is that I don't really need them. This costs 20k, but put it there. This needs nothing. Alright, this. I should have deleted all this first. I only need this one. Alright, this is feeding in red and blue. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to accomplish this before that finishes. And I upgraded my blueprint piece creation, so we can do this. Okay. Where's green? Okay, green's down here. Green needs to be fed into here. Here. Okay. Produce 2 green lines. Tunnel. One. All right, white is being made and already sent into my thing. Oh, there's like no green over here at all. Okay, green's on top, red's on bottom. red. Bottom. There's that. I need wires. Yellow needs red and green. Alright, so we're going to use these greens. One of these is for the yellow, one is for the other machine. Oh, that went too far. Okay, there's that. Okay, the other green needs to come into there. Nope. Needs to come from here. Okay. Red. Okay, yellow is being made. Okay. Circle is on the right. Grab this. That out with a rotate 180. Need that there. Okay, so this is all just going to start cutting and that part's done. I just need to get circles now. I'm missing something still. Oh, this is the circle. Okay. The circles will come from over here. Take these on an adventure. Bridge this gap. Ooh. There. That's this. Okay. Nope. That is output. All right. In come the circles, and that is product complete. let's see if I can get the finish there before the pieces start stacking on me. I need to cross this one. These are not producing at 16 per second. Something's wrong. I shall need to investigate that. Alright, yep, there those go. It is this cut step. Okay. There's not enough space there for this. Now there should be. Hell no. Okay, solve that. Then let's move these over. Oh, it's still backed up. These are going at full speed now. There was a little bit of a snag. In the production. Because this is only supposed to be producing half. This is producing the other half. Then they're getting up into here. There was a snag in this where these were like slowly stepping out. So that little trash can trick thing I did. There we go. Yes, filter those out. Good, good, good. And this will catch up here in just a second. There we go. And this line is producing them at 16 per second. Okay. So yeah, like I did it right. Happy affiliate anniversary, whatever that means. It's been 2 years since I unlocked affiliate when I played Ruthless PoE for a week on Starlink Internet so that I could use my emotes across Twitch myself. So now we're just waiting on this to finish, and I made 2 lines of that. Make it go faster. And with the last one, we paused to look at the PoE stuff, so I don't got any extra things to do. Next league soon? Yeah, tomorrow we get the announcement. Which could mean tomorrow I just play Octopath into that announcement, but we'll see how today goes with that. I got 5 storylines to finish still. And only 2 streams to do so. Plus there's like a bonus extra stuff. $32 per second. Yeah. No, I want to see delivered. Yeah, delivering 32 per second. Yeah, some of these things are just like not quite perfect. But these last things I built, like, I made the factories good for them. And we upped the production rate of this. Like, these are the only 2 things that matter at the moment, I think. Like, I've got enough of all this other stuff. Like, I don't need any of this extra stuff even producing. If you can't finish it, you still can do it in variety. You don't have to cut like 10 hours of PvP. Well, no, the problem would be like cutting hours of Torchlight, which I can't do. So tomorrow we get the PoE announcement. The Torchlight Infinite season launches at like 7 PM my time, so I'm just going to start that Friday morning. Friday morning, it's like we're into Torchlight until PoE. It'd be nice to like have my side games completed come the end of tomorrow's stream. And it has been really nice not having to edit for a couple weeks here while I've been playing this and Octopath. Thanks for the 45 stream streak, Abby. Alright. Once again, if it tells me that my next shape I need to make is this, I quit. I have finished this game, we move on. Because I'm not making that. You unlock the constant signal building on the wires layer. This is useful to connect it to item filters, for example. Constant signal can be a shape, color, boolean, 1-0. Okay. I haven't used it. Oh. Unlock display. Okay, this looks crazy. Looks fairly simple, honestly. Read yellow and cyan. Just make 3 of them. Yeah. Stack them. Gonna require a lot of paint, but that's fine. Input wise, we probably get rid of this contraption of this. Just making blue squares. Well, I mean, I guess the line can stay there. But we can get rid of this. We don't have to make any white this time. We just need to find the shape. Yeah, white used to look like this. Like, it was too much. And now this is producing, like, it's way too big for what it's doing. But the shape I'm looking for absolutely exists. I've seen it. Just a matter of finding one. So I don't have to cut and stack for this, like to get it going. This one's gonna be nice and simple. It just might be really far away. That's fine too. Oh, this was close. Another one that was close. Multiple circles way out here. Pretty sure this is all RNG at this point. Like, once you go out of the center a ways. Oh, another one was close. Square. Where did I end up here? Oh, Morphine. I know that one's way out here. Another double square. Here we go. There's 2 of them even. Okay. Call this spike ball. Now, where is Spike Ball compared to? It's not as far out as. Well, it's about as far out as that. probably is a closer one, but it doesn't matter. Spike ball. We make that. We're already pushing 2.5 hours as well, but this one should not be that bad. What's gonna be bad about this is I need 6 lines of turquoise and 6 lines of yellow. So we need red, green for yellow, blue, green for turquoise. So, think. Let's go down here. Spike ball. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do I need 6 lines of that? Because for this piece, we're gonna have 3 different sets of coloring for this piece. That means 6 inputs of yellow, 6 inputs of turquoise. Okay. There's one. Two. Three. Three for that side, then we've got 2 here. Okay. Bridge. There. Another bridge. Tunnel. Okay, all of the green is being fed. The top red can go straight there. Okay, then next red. Oh, needs to go pop one. Get down here. I think I can make this gap. Yes. Alright, so then the last red. And also make said gap. Alright, there's all my yellow production. Then I need blue and green. And then we this setup. Copy that. All right. Green. Green. Why not? It just happens to be there, so use it. Okay, there's 3. I have not gotten green out there yet. No. 2, 3. Go. I have no idea why this was split like this. It might have been because of the inputs where those wound up being. Little. And we'll just rock with it, I say. Alright. There's all my turquoise. It. We need 6 of these. We're going spike ball. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go wire layer. Hey, you can't control copy this. That's fine. I've yet to put anything in this that needs to be gray, so I actually have to do anything special with these wires, but that's what they're for. Alright. I might have put these too close together. We'll find out. Some of them are further than others. Actually, do I only need 3 of them? I might only need 3 of these, actually. And then 2 of these, 1 of these. I do need all the paint that I made, though. We can just let this be spread out. Make sure I can feed everything. Line of this. One goes there. One goes here. So easy to do that. All right. Then an interior yellow. Exterior yellow. I don't know if this is correct. We might need to change that input. Which can be done. They come out correctly. They did not. Okay. This one needs to go there. Fine. Clean that. Alright, so now it's working. Okay. Next up, this one gets input from this, so then I don't have to rotate them. Which is not a big deal, but... I forgot the combine step. Then... split. Alright, so this one, since it's different, the points have to be the same. This one needs yellow on top. So, my interior one goes here. This one goes there. Turquoise. Go inside. Next one. There. Perfect. Alright, and the other one gets these. But it needs blue on top. And in there. Tap that. Tap that. That one there. Okay, then tunnel, 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 tunnel. Split. An output. We got all three pieces. Then we need stacker for it. Spike ball. Stack it this way, because that's the direction I believe they need to go. This is number 1 into number 2. So, looking at this, the bottom is left point, top left point, which would be this one. Then this gets stacked on top of that. might be good enough. Oh, still gonna have to cross some more stuff. Probably do this in one though. There. Okay, and then this, it becomes our bottom piece. Let me get the last one of these. Out to there. Lots of tunnels. Looks right to me. So run into... Yeah, okay. I was close. Sure. Just send it in there. I was going to start coming in on this. They move so fast with these tiny pieces, you can't really tell what they are. But eventually it'll show up. I need to see the number going up. I like these fancy shapes that, like, you gotta make colors, you gotta get the right shape, and you gotta stack them. It's cool. Problem is, like, that stuff is so far out there that it'll take a minute for them to show up. Just... Oh, they're there. They are coming. Once this gets here, I think we'll stop on this for today. And this will probably, like, fill up during my starting student screen tomorrow. And we'll switch over to Octopath. And there's the break. And then they go. Numbers going up. Alright, well. I'll hit the save button. We'll say GG on this for today. And we're going to switch over to Octopath Traveler. Keep knocking that out. If you are watching on YouTube, gonna end the stream here. And okay, well, there's no one watching on YouTube, so bye YouTube. I'm gonna set up for Octopath.